Hi guys, today it's not going to be a devcast. Today I'm releasing another Unity tool called Vertex Color Painter, and the title is explanatory. It is a tool that will enable you to paint vertex color data onto the meshes inside Unity. We do a lot of vertex coloring inside our games, so we decided to create this tool, and I'm hoping for a feedback from you guys out there how to make this tool more usable. I will also obviously gather feedback from inside our company, but it is always better to have more feedback. So that's why I'm releasing it out as an open source project under an MIT license, similarly to my other tools for the skinned meshes, the runtime transformation handle, and so on. So let's jump right into it. I have these two objects. I will show you why I have two right away. So let's start with this sphere. At the moment, I need to enable the Vertex Color Painter under Vertex Tools, Vertex Color Painter enabled. And once it's enabled, it automatically checks the selection. If the selection has a mesh filter, it will prompt you to enable the painting if you want to. So now I want to paint, so I enable the painting. Now what happens is that it will automatically disable any selection inside the scene view. It will automatically disable the selection outline as well. That was a reflection hack inside the Unity editor, and automatically it will try to stay selected until you disable the painting. So let's paint something. I can just pick a color and paint the vertices. I can specify a brush size. So it's a vertex color painter. So it's not painting a textures. It's painting these color data on the vertices. The brush size is automatically calculated from the bounding box of the object. So it will, for example, if you have a huge terrain like we do in our games, it will try to offer you options with the minimum and maximum size to the size of the to the object, because if you have a terrain which is 100 by 100, the brush size of 0.25 is not really much. I will also later add an option to modify this brush size explicitly inside some kind of settings. You can also do fill color for the whole mesh, and automatically it also supports undo. It's not as automatic as, since most of you know that actually undo for shared meshes doesn't work out of the box in Unity, but I hacked it together so it works. If you have a Unity version that doesn't work, either the undo or the selection outline or even the raycasting, because raycasting again I needed to hack, because raycasting in Unity only works for objects with colliders, and as you can see this sphere doesn't have a collider, so I am using an internal Unity function called through reflection. And as you know from other packages that I've released, sometimes Unity changed their API inside internal classes, and then I need to solve it so the reflection stays relevant for all Unity versions. At the moment, so far what I've checked, this works on all Unity versions, current versions. So you can fill it, and now let's switch to the other object, and this object is different from the sphere. And the difference is that this is actually a mesh filter with two submeshes. So when I enable the painting, I have additional options, and that is lock my painting to a specific submesh. So for example, if I do the fill color, it will fill the whole mesh, so all the submeshes. But if I want to fill just the first submesh, I can just lock the submesh I want to work on and do fill color. And now the color is filled only for that submesh. Similarly, if I paint, it will not paint on this part of the mesh because it's a different submesh. So if I switch to the other submesh and paint something really different, it will only work on that submesh. If I disable the lock and again paint, you see it will paint on the whole mesh. So this is how you can lock it for for your specific needs. For example, in our company, we do a lot of separate submeshes for the parts of the mesh. For example, you have a roof that is a separate submesh than the walls, because as you know, since the single vertex, for example, has a single color, so you cannot have the color for this vertex different for this face and different for this face, unless those are actually two distinct vertices. And similarly, in this way, we use as distinct submeshes. So it's released, as I mentioned, on GitHub, so you can download it. It's released using MIT license, so download it and use it. Feel free to use it any way you want. And I just hope you like it and send me a feedback, as I mentioned, especially how to the UX feedback, how you work with it, what can I make, how can I make it better, and so on. So that's all for now today, and thanks for joining.